Nigerians' public debt versus government revenue. There is no positive correlation between public debt and government revenue. In other words, expenditure exceeds revenue. Nigerians' total public debt for both federal and state government rose year on year to 159 trillion naira at the end of the fourth quarter of 2025, compared to the 28.6 trillion revenue generated in 2025. The question for the federal government is, why such persistent budget deficit? Borrowing to finance government expenditure can benefit the economy. However, it becomes economically harmful when debt is used to fund recurrent expenditures, such as salaries, military welfare, etc., which do not generate revenue equivalent to the debt incurred. What makes up the public debt of 159 trillion naira? Total domestic debt stood at 84.84 trillion naira, while total external debt was 74.42 trillion naira. However, if the government cannot account for the returns or economic value of both domestic and external borrowing, then such borrowing becomes unjustifiable. Federal and state governments should ideally fund recurrent expenditures from revenue generated through profitable investment made in capital projects. In other words, government borrowing should be directed towards investment that can generate sufficient revenue to cover budgetary expenses, while also enabling savings and future investment. Savings and investment are essential for rainy days. In conclusion, borrowing should be used for investment, not for recurrent expenditure. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.